YouTube. Welcome back to Common Sense, Logic, and Reason, and thank you all for joining me today. And I always, time to time, I like to ask, if you like what you're hearing, that I ask that you consider subscribing to the channel and that you will select the bell so that you can get notifications, and that you spread the message so we can educate people with the truth. But in this video, I want to talk about a common liberal tactic that you often see, and this is again mostly often used by the race hustlers, that being group collective oppression. Now, what is group collective oppression? Well, again, I've been asking people for years to explain to me or break it down. If you believe that America is a racist society, well, break it down for, I would ask them to explain to me exactly how racism is stopping them from doing, achieving anything. What exactly is it that they want to do, and how exactly is systemic white supremacy stopping them from taking the steps necessary to meet that goal? Nobody's been able to answer. Again, 15 years, no answer. Nobody can. That's because, again, nobody can see. That's because there is no systemic white supremacy in this country that's stopping people individually. As a result of this, they have to resort to, group collective oppression, because they can't give you personal oppression. They can't tell you how they are personally themselves being oppressed or held back. So they have to revert to this whole collective, black people, we are being held back in this country. We all being held back as one group, as one person, one race. They have to focus on that group collective oppression because they can't give you the individual oppression. And that's, again, a common tactic that they use. And how do you debunk, destroy that nonsense, that tactic? Well, what you always want to do is you want to keep the issue on them. Before they can cry about group collective oppression, you make sure they give you their individual oppression first. Because how can you cry about group collective oppression if you can't tell me how you yourself are being individually oppressed? And if you're not being oppressed, well, then how can or any other black people being oppressed? Again, it doesn't make any sense at all. That's why they have to resort to that tactic. But again, you make sure you keep it on themselves individually before we get to group collective oppression. And again, many of them, I've experienced this many times, where many of these race hustlers, they will come out and say, well, ain't nobody stopping them. Ain't nobody stopping me. You'd be like, okay, well, if nobody's stopping you, then who are being stopped? And to answer that question again, nobody. That's why nobody can tell you what systematic white supremacy is stopping them from doing achievement. But this is just another liberal tactic. And like I said, you will see this done by pretty much liberals in general. But this is, you'll hear this from feminists. Again, you will hear that group collective oppression from, say, the homosexual community and the Muslim community. They will use it. But you always get them to, again, give me individual oppression before you start talking about group collective oppression. And if there is all this group collective oppression, then you explain your individual oppression should be a cakewalk. But anyway, y'all, again, it's good to discuss these liberal tactics so that you may know them. Because again, it's always good to know your enemy. As Sun Tzu again says, if you know yourself and you know your enemy, well, your chances of losing battle is going to be greatly diminished. But anyway, that's that liberal tactic, group collective oppression. And you know how to deal with it if you run into it. And as always, until next time.